Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I think it's been around 2 weeks since I actually made a proper YouTube video. I went ahead and went camping with a couple of my friends, and then there was Asian New Year's, and it was my birthday, and on top of that, went ahead and got myself a new car. But yeah, I went ahead and traded in my sedan and got an SUV. Now we can carry so many tanks in here. It's nuts. So we have a bag of rasboras, a whole bunch of rasboras. And the reason why I have this is because we're gonna try to add this with a gulper catfish.
Remember those days, those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, vacay, I'm staying B-side. Breaking the blues over steak, I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign.
Now the reason why I think this is gonna work is because of my wolf. So my wolf is currently living in a tank with a whole bunch of cherry shrimps, and it never tries to go for them. No matter how close the cherry shrimp is to its face, it never tries to attack them. Maybe chase them around here and there, but nah, my cherry shrimp are still at a good population size. Now, being that the wolf is a little bit faster and more aggressive compared to the gulper catfish, I'm pretty sure the gulper catfish is not going to be able to eat these little fish. I could be totally wrong, and these rasboras right here might not turn out pretty well, but I wanted to try. I actually got this idea from one of the shorts that I posted of my wolf, and someone asked me, how is it possible that my wolf is living with all these little shrimps and fish and all that stuff? And I wanted to do that with this catfish. So let's go ahead and go in there right now and try to add these fish in the tank. I'm gonna have the fish right here chilling, getting ready to be added. That is gang right there. We're gonna see if the catfish comes out and tries to chase these guys while they're out. Oh, I don't know. I don't think he'll do it. Here we go. He's right there. Remember, he didn't eat today, so he is for sure hungry. I just don't think he'll eat it. So I went ahead and added some moss too. As you can see, this is from the wolf's tank. I totally destroyed the front, but I mean, it'll grow back. And yeah, it just gives the fish a place to hide. They're just roaming the tank. Roaming the tank. And if this one doesn't eat any of those fish, then it's perfect. One more thing that I have to watch out is this water pump right here, the intake. It's really close to the smallest rasbora in this group, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't like kill it. But yeah, hopefully they're smart enough to stay away from that pump. I always take moss from this tank, and they always grow back, so don't worry about this part and that part. It'll just get full again. And this guy doesn't mind at all. This is the reason why I like small fish in big tanks. Look at that. They just mob, bro. They mob or shoal or however you want to call it, but they're mobbing right now. Look at that. Look at that. That looks sick. They have all this room to go. And the reason why I wanted to add that is because, you know, it just adds activity in this tank. The gulper catfish just kind of hangs out right here. It doesn't really move. And yeah, the little group of rasboras, this is going to add a little bit more life. And now I'm more worried about this water pump right here. Hoping it doesn't go into that pump. That'd be all bad. But look at them, bro. They're just mobbing. So there's 13 rasboras in this group. Hopefully there's 13 rasboras tomorrow. Look at them. Just chilling, bro. Oh, wait, hold up. We got movement. We got movement. We got movement. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't really seem interested. Hopefully it never gets interested in chasing the rasboras, because this little group is pretty sick. Look at that. I hope this works, man, because honestly, I like rasboras, dude. I like a big group of rasboras. If I could. Oh, here we go. Nothing. Nothing, dude. If I could, man, I would have a huge tank with thousands and thousands of rasboras, so you can truly see like how they are when they shoal. Like, this is just a small school, you know what I mean? It's not even like a shoal, but Imagine a big ball of these guys. That'd be sick. Honestly, I think this is the only way that you can actually have tank mates for your gulper catfish besides having other gulper catfish. If you have other fish with your gulper cat, the gulper will try to eat it and it'll probably kill itself in the process if the fish is too big. But if it's the polar opposite and the fish are too small like this, they might have a fighting chance. But look how sick that looks. I hope you guys can see in the camera, but this little mob of rasboras looks really, really good. So it might be because I'm here right now, but the gulper catfish is not showing any interest at all, and it's just chilling in its cave. I know it's hungry because I didn't feed it yesterday, and today's his usual feeding day, so it should be hungry enough to want to at least hunt these guys down. But I'm not seeing any activity, so we might be good to go. Alright, so I'm getting ready to leave these guys for the night. Hopefully they survive and I'll see them tomorrow in the CCTV camera. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and give them... Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Some shrimp real quick to keep them full, keep them busy. So let's go ahead and put this in the tank on this side, because I know it will smell the food when I add it into the tank. So let's go ahead, put the shrimp right there all the way across and see what happens. Once the scent of the shrimp gets all the way across the tank and he smells it, it's gonna go hunt for it. But I wonder if the addition of the rasboras being in his aquarium would change that for him. You know what I mean? For the first time ever, the gulper catfish is not going for the shrimp. And this is with the new addition of these rasboras, so I'm not too sure if it's more focused on getting the rasboras or if the rasboras is freaking him out. Because I know catfish have a good sense of like knowing that fish are in the aquarium, so I'm not sure if the rasboras are kind of like messing with its senses, but it is not going for the shrimp right now, which is kind of a bad sign. Alright, so it's been a minute now, and I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer to see if it ends up eating the shrimp. If not, I'll feed it to the wolf or the bashirs or something. But as for the rasboras though, we're gonna go ahead and check in tomorrow through the CCTV camera just to see if any of them survive, because this is very weird that the gulper catfish is not paying attention to the shrimp, and I think the presence of the rasboras is just throwing off its senses. Maybe it's just been in a tank alone for so long that it's not used to seeing other fish like this. So yeah, we'll see. I'll be really shocked if he eats all of these fish. Honestly, the specs of this guy, it doesn't look like it'll be able to catch any of the fish. The mouth is made to catch big fish, but fish are tiny, man. So yeah, I'll be surprised if it ends up eating all of these fish. So yeah, let's go ahead and just check in tomorrow and see what happens. I'm trying to grow my hair back out again. I don't know why I cut it off the first time, but now I look like I have a mohawk all the time. I have to go get me a hat. Be right back. Have to go get a hat real quick. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I have the CCTV camera up, and let's go ahead and see if the fish survives. As you can see, it looks like they're all there. I don't know if you can tell in this frame right here, but there's a big school of them kind of swimming around. I'm just counting them right now through the camera, and it looks like I see about 11 or 10, but the other 3 could be just wandering around in moss and not near the camera, so I'm not worried about that. That piece of shrimp, the catfish ended up eating it later on at night. I didn't have to take it out, so I'm not too sure why I didn't eat it the first time. Maybe it was just too distracted with the little rasboras in the tank. So now that these guys are good, we're going to end up going back to the house later to check up on them and see how they're really doing in person. Even though they're all just kind of swimming around like that. Catfish is not out trying to chase them and all that stuff. They don't look super stressed. They're just kind of swimming in their tank. Now they're in front of the camera, so you can really see them kind of mob around. So the other day I was doing some research on Hikari's website, and I noticed one of their blogs saying that silkworms is one of the most healthiest things that you can feed your fish. It has good protein, and I think it even has calcium and all the vitamins that a fish needs to live a healthy life. And then on that same blog, it was also saying that koi breeders and koi keepers feed silkworm pellets and fresh silkworms to their fish to improve their scales and colors and all that good stuff. So before we head back to the house to check up on the little fish and the gulpers, we're going to stop by a couple of Asian supermarkets to see if we can snag ourselves a bag of fresh frozen silkworms. I have a little bit of work here to complete before we head out, so let me just turn off the camera right now and turn it back on when we're ready to go. Yo, what's up? So I couldn't find any silkworms at the store today, but I did find a cheap little package of frozen smelt. It was only $2, and we have a bunch of wild caught frozen Canadian smelts to feed our fish. So it's not going to be as interesting as feeding silkworms, but we'll just save that for another video whenever I see that at the store. But yeah, let's go ahead and head back to the house and check up on the fish. All right, let's go ahead and check them out. So there's a couple here. Yeah, I think the whole group is here. The whole group is still here. I just have to count them real quick. Hold up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Gosh. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, it's too fast. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think they're all there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man. Yeah, they're all there. Well, for that success, the gulper catfish definitely deserves a treat. So I will be giving it some smelts. Oh, look at this guy. See if he wants some. Oh, that's pretty excited. See if I can just cut one for the wolf real quick before we start. One whole fish head. Oh. Go. There we go. Look at that. You better come out, bud. Oh, look at the rasboras. I think they're going for it. Oh, they're gonna get some. It's very interesting. Are they gonna eat it? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, they're going for it. Look at that. Alright guys, so as of right now, these fish are all doing pretty good. From what I can see, they're all still here. All 13 of the little fish that I added in this aquarium, I counted them and it looked like they're all here. Personally, I feel a lot more safe adding this type of tank mate where the fish are too small for the gulper catfish to care. Compared to adding in a big tank mate that can potentially hurt my gulper. I do like my gulper very, very much, so adding a huge tank mate, especially in a smaller tank like this, is kind of out of the option because A, it might damage my gulper catfish, and B, it's just going to be way too much fish in this tank. But adding in these micro fish is pretty cool because, I mean, gives the gulper catfish things to look at, and it's too small for the gulper catfish to even care about it, and it also gives me way more potential when it comes to adding in tank mates for this guy right here. Now, I just like seeing all these little fish kind of swim in and out of the vines and the bushes and all the plants and all that stuff, and knowing that there is a gulper catfish in the aquarium too, existing with these guys is just pretty cool. Just like my wolf down here, how he's chilling with a whole bunch of cherry shrimps. This is kind of the same concept, but in a fish form right here. So gulper catfish with a whole bunch of little fish, wolf fish with a whole bunch of little shrimp. Alright, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for updates on these guys right here. As you can see, they are just something else. Maybe we'll even get a chance to use the Monte Carlo tank at the other house as a quarantine system to add in more nano fish into the gulper's tank, because that would probably be the safest route to go. Not this route. This was definitely not the safest route to go. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. And peace, guys.